It's been over a year since we left our busy lives from the big city of Los Angeles. We left and we were on the road and I was like, oh, we didn't say goodbye to LA. And traded it in for busy lives in the country, learning how to convert our 40-foot MCI D3 into our new home. Are we still doing the same thing?
We've had a lot of laughs.
How do you like my song?
And had to overcome more than a few obstacles.
I never thought that battling the elements would be such a difficult part of this bus build.
Including changing our design plans on how our bus layout and windows would be installed.
After pulling 5 of the windows out on the passenger side and reskinning them with metal, we were ready to finish the big job by removing the driver's side windows and reskinning that side with sheet metal as well. But if you've been following along, you know that Don recently had a kidney stone attack.
I don't think I had pain that bad before.
And after 4 weeks of waiting to pass his stones naturally, his doctor said they needed to come out now.
The kidney stone adventure continues. Today I'm going in possibly for a procedure. They're going to do a quick scan to see if I still have any stones. And thanks to COVID, Mela can't accompany me. So she has to drop me off, leave me for 3 or 4 hours. Hopefully somebody will call her and they can come pick me up.
I understand why they're not letting people in the hospital. It's not necessary, but it really sucks to not be able to be there for him. He can't even have a cell phone with him. They said don't bring any valuables. I'll be back to pick him up, see what conditions he's in. And he might not be able to get back to bus work straight away. We might have to take a few days off of bus work because we're kind of in the middle of a pretty big, strenuous job.
Back in the car, looks like I went to the wrong hospital. So now we gotta rush across town to see if I can even have this surgery today.
Oh, well, we made it, and they took him in. I guess it's a good thing that they give you a check-in time way before your surgery. When they asked him, where would you like your surgery to be? He specifically said he wanted to be at the hospital that was closest to us and mentioned it. And we've been going there for his COVID test and the blood test and everything has been at that hospital. So I'm gonna figure out where I am and if I can drive home or if it's too far to drive home right now. Either way, I'm gonna have to find some food. Home is too far away. They want me to stay no more than half an hour's drive away from the hospital. So I found a Myers grocery store. They are huge. I don't normally shop at Myers, but that helped kill some time, picking up some snacks. Probably got another hour to kill. So I didn't bring a book or anything because I didn't plan on being in the car the entire time. It does look like there's a car wash close by, so maybe I will go do a drive-through car wash. Because actually we have not washed this car since March, since the pandemic started. So it's been a few months. I've been through all the social media I can handle for the day. I'd like to do something else now. And they haven't called. This is not so bad. A little bit of nature. I found something pleasant. But I am ready to go get my husband now and give him some kisses. They said they'd call half an hour before I need to come pick him up. Yeah, I'm cold. Oh, I just realized I gotta change the way I think about it. I mean, sitting here in this hot car, I kind of realized, well, actually, think about all those times working in the bus. Got way hotter with a mask on and goggles and long sleeve t-shirt. I can do this. I just got the call. He is out of surgery and doing good and having some water. And I gotta go get him in half an hour. I'm pretty close to the hospital, so I'm just gonna stretch my legs for a moment and go pick him up. Yay!
Turned out I had to have some invasive surgery, so they put me under, and right before I went out, I looked over and the surgeon had this like 2-foot metal tube thing that really was not pleasant to see. I think that's what they used to go in through the cavity, but they were able to grab it so they can analyze it and see what it does. So now we got a few days of being uncomfortable and before they pull a stint out, and I'm a little out of it, as you can probably tell. Well, they said I couldn't operate heavy machinery because of the anesthetic for the next 24 hours, but this didn't say I couldn't do any vlogging. Oh. So what did you do while I was in surgery?
I chatted to these guys.
You did?
They kept me company.
Oh, good. So for many people, going in for a little outpatient surgery might not be a big deal, but as an adult, this is the only time I've not only had surgery, but gone to the hospital. So it's been a very different experience for me. I'm very thankful to have not been in the medical system very much my entire life. And fingers crossed, this was just an anomaly?
An
anomaly blip in my no hospital record.
So yesterday was Don's surgery. It really sucks that he had to have the invasive surgery. He's in a lot of pain. He has a stent in for the next week and on some heavy painkillers. But the good news is they have that stone now and they can analyze it and figure out what caused it. Our plan was for this next week to take out all of these windows and replace them with sheet metal. And the weather was looking perfect for doing this job. But now he is out of commission, for sure, for the next week at least. I thought I'd come in today and just check out how Bus is doing. Our windows, nothing leaked the first time it rained, and we thought, yay, fantastic. And then the bigger storm came through, and a few of them leaked. We put a lot of caulking on all over the place, and hoping it'll seal up. We're giving it a few days to dry, and then we'll do another hose test to try and see if we can find any more leaks. But the bad news is from that big storm, there was a lot of leaking on the floor. There was a big wet area. We opened the bus up, put a fan on, aired it out, and it's dry. But I just came in to check today, and it looks like there's an area where mold is starting to grow. So my plan is I'm first gonna vacuum because there's a lot of debris on the floor so you can see properly what is debris and what is mold. Sponge. Water down bleach. Let's see what we can do. Gonna put the fan on, air it out in here, and I have to do the mouse check all alone today. Wish me luck, guys. I hope there's no mice down there. Don normally takes care of the dead mice. So let's go see. Thank God one thing's going right. No mice today, yay! So today I'm getting to do a little job that I've been itching to do for a long time. This blackout paint that is up here in the front of the bus is all peeling, and I'm just going to remove all of it because we will be building a little shelf in front of it. I'm just going to use a wet rag to then moisten the paint to try and soften it up, and then use a scraper and see if it scrapes off. Well, this is not coming off as easy as I hoped. Amazingly, the scraper is not scratching the glass as I thought. I watched a million YouTube videos, and as long as you keep it at a 45-degree angle as you scrape, it doesn't damage the glass. So glass is doing good, but I'm not getting it off fast enough. Urgh. Yeah, baby, that was a good chunk. I'm so scared of scratching the glass, but it doesn't. You just gotta push really hard. Harder than you think you should. Ah, best one yet. His dad brought me a razor blade that he found, and it was sharper and probably would take it off easier, but I tried it and it kind of scratched the glass a little bit, so I decided I'm just gonna keep plugging away with this scraper. It's happening. It's just slower than I want it to be.
Alright, I just want to check on you.
If the driver's side came off much easier than the cracked side that I started on. Go figure. I thought I was just done, but I left this little corner because it wasn't happening, so I gotta go and do that one, and then I'll be done. Do you remember the TV show Dirty Jobs? I used to like watching that show. Often when I'm doing a job on the bus that I hate, I think of that show and I go, oh yeah, this isn't so bad. Have you had a dirty job, a gross job, a physically straining job, a sweaty job that really sucked? Tell me about it in the comments and make me feel better. Yeah, I think I found your weak spot. Ah, found it. But I'm done. I'm just gonna go get some Windex, clean it down, and get rid of the tiny little bits that are just stuck to the window. I think it looks pretty good. Now that I've finished it and I look at it from the outside, the tint on the outside is actually enough. Like, you can't see into that area at all. From the inside you can see all the light, but from the outside it just looks black. So I don't think we even need to paint over that again with blackout paint. I think we just need to figure out how to insulate between the glass and whatever shelving we put into the bus over there. So it's been a few good days that we've left the new bits of caulking drying, and we're about to do a hose test to make sure that there's no leaks. It did rain yesterday and there were no leaks, but the rain was coming straight down. If there's anything I've learned, is that it can just be extra stormy and be coming at an angle and get to wherever there's a tiny hole. Don was finally feeling okay to be up and about for a few hours each day.
Yeah, in a whole different place, completely away from the metal. Yeah, up in the corner, like where the frame comes together.
Well, you know this hole on your drip rail here?
Yeah?
Where you don't have a screw in? That's where I poured the water in.
Okay.
Where it's coming in there.
Yep, stop.
Yeah, it's a screw hole, Don.
Okay. Yeah, the screw hole comes all the way out through this side.
Okay.
So the back one, it looks like there's a leak, but I think it's that there's a screw hole to hold that drip rail on, and we're actually missing that screw. So I'm kind of surprised that it hasn't been leaking the entire time. I'm just gonna fill it in with some of this sealant.
The center panel had no leaks. And we were good on the third panel as well.
Okay.
Oh, it's dripping.
Up, we got a drip. Hold on. After more testing, it looked like the leak was coming from the drip rail as well. So we sealed the bottom of the drip rail.
It's coming out on it. Popped.
Oh.
Until a new battery-powered caulk gun bent and broke on us.
Did it really?
Yeah.
Oh, shoot.
That.
Oh no.
Send the robot back.
So we applied the rest of the Sikaflex with a putty knife and gloved hands.
Now this is not how it's supposed to work.
We gotta make use of it.
Yeah.
Alright, so now we leave it for another 3 days to dry and do another hose test and hope that now we have got all the holes sealed up.
It's been a week since my procedure. I haven't been able to do much bus work. Mella's taken me to the hospital to have my stent removed. Fingers crossed that it goes smoothly and that this chapter of kidney stone experience is over with for good.
The stress of converting our bus on top of our physical ailments, all during the global pandemic, has made this the most difficult month of our new lives together.
Our old lives in the city, which feel like a distant memory, we take time each week to connect as a couple, which we hadn't been able to do.
So we chose to re-energize and feed our souls by collaborating on creative projects together.
When we're not making bus videos, Mella has a group that she started that does dance videos. And they're purely 100% artistic dance videos. We're out in the woods, and this is a little behind the scenes. Yeah, maybe we'll share a link to one of her dance video projects. Do you want to tell us what this project's about?
This project is about birth and life and growth and development and hope that things might be awful, but we can regrow and regenerate. And it's just a message of hope and of freedom. And yeah, that's about it.
We're on a working vacation.
What is that, Don?
A friend of ours has a rental property. Was kind enough to let us have it again for a few days this week. And our goal is going to be to try to record 6 songs. The house will be transformed into our studio. We completely filled the car with almost every instrument
To the top.
that we have. Actually, we didn't even come close to bringing every instrument we have.
I hardly knew you. Both of us wounded, waiting to see what we could be. And now you run through me like roots to a tree, rivers to sea. You are to me the light that brings shadows to the darkness, revealing all the grace. One love and love and loving back regardless. Dive in the deep, the wild and the free.
If you're gonna rate me as a producer, how many stars would I get? It's the first time you've worked with me in the studio.
Husband.
I know that.
5 stars. I think we've worked together on so many different things already that perhaps this was actually easier than some of the other things we've worked together on.
Yeah, maybe. Back on track, staying hydrated.
It's time to get back in the bus.
Today, we're gonna be jumping in, tearing out the driver's side windows, putting sheet metal all along the side. Here, we're hoping we can do all of it in 2 days, so we'll see if that happens. How's it feel to have giant holes in the
Maybe we
bus.
should just leave it open and make it an outdoor bus. What do you think? But we'll share that with you next time.